So somehow, Jane Fonda flew to New York City Tuesday to protest the renewed construction of oil pipelines. If only they were anti-aircraft guns aimed at our troops, I'm sure she'd feel differently.
Today, the Predator-in-Chief issued executive orders calling for the completion of the North Dakota pipeline and to reopen. He does this illegally because he has not gotten consent from the tribes through whose country this goes. And the U.S. has agreed to treaties that require them to get the consent of the people who are affected, the indigenous people who live there.
Oh, beautiful. So in between relationships and treason, she's now an expert in pipeline safety. The same way celebs suddenly become experts in climate change or assault rifles. Everything's a script to them. Fonda's trying to defend the indigenous people. Is she aware that the indigenous already transport oil from their wells over reservation land by train, or that the indigenous already have 8 pipelines under a nearby lake, or that they've met with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers hundreds of times? The only Indian Jane Fonda likely met was Tonto. Is she also aware that the Dakota pipe doesn't cross any tribe-owned land, doesn't harm water, is safer than rail, and it's a fraction of the 72,000 miles of pipe used that helps fuel Jane's jet-set lifestyle? Is she aware that almost all of the Dakota protesters are about as indigenous as a Twinkie? They're anti-fossil fuel fanatics trucked in to annoy locals and pollute their land. They don't give two poops about Indians, yet they poop all over their land.
Oh my God.
It's not about Indian tribes, it's about political tribes. Preferring pipe lies over pipelines, they wish to drive up dissent. They've done it before, they'll do it again. It's time to show them it's a pipe dream.